Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. We're keeping you updated with all the transfer news that's breaking. You would have seen earlier that Mikel Merino has been announced and he has become an Arsenal player. But everybody is asking the question, who is going to come in that centre-forward line? Because it's been busy for Arsenal today. Merino announced. We know that Eddie Nketiah is on his way to Crystal Palace. That is all but done. But who's coming the other way? Now, there was a lot of news that's been flying around today regarding Ivan Toney and the fact that Chelsea have made a late move to try and sign Ivan Toney. That is facts. However, I'm also hearing that Arsenal are interested in Ivan Toney as well. Ivan Toney was all set to go to Saudi Arabia last week. Big club from Saudi came in offering him big money and he was all set to go to Saudi. However, stalled his move because he heard of the interest from Arsenal. This is what I'm hearing. I can't tell you exactly the source, but this is what I'm hearing, that he stalled his move because of the interest from Arsenal. Brentford is said to want around about £50 million for him. Arsenal willing to pay around about 40. And what we're being told is that Ivan Toney is very keen on a move to Arsenal. However, at the last minute now, Chelsea have come into the mix as well. It's going to be really interesting to see if Arsenal make another move back in to try and get Ivan Toney. There's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Will Arsenal make a late move to try and get Toney, or is he going to be going to Chelsea? This is another Chelsea and Arsenal battle by the sounds of it. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I said earlier on, we did a video around Eddie Nketiah. I don't think Arsenal would let Eddie Nketiah go if they didn't have a plan to bring in a forward player. Now, is that forward player Ivan Toney? Could it be Victor Osimhen? Could it be Victor Gyökeres? Could it be... Who knows? But there is an interest in Ivan Toney. Now, really want to get your guys' thoughts on it in the comments. It seemed at the start of the transfer window that Arsenal were going to make a move for Toney. We all remember that video that Ivan Toney did when he was asked about his love of Liverpool. It's the team that he supported, but he also said, I also like Arsenal. And there was a lot of thought that Arsenal were going to be the team that were going to move for him. Then we were told that, Arsenal weren't really interested in him and that Mikel Arteta had, sort of gone off him and they weren't going to move for him. But as I said, I've been told that up until last week, Arsenal showing a massive interest in signing Ivan Toney. And that was the reason why his move to Saudi Arabia stalled. Things have happened since then, as I said. Chelsea have now come in today with a late move for Ivan Toney. Of course, Lukaku's gone. They're going to get that money for Lukaku coming in from Napoli. But where is Ivan Toney going to end up? Is it going to be to Chelsea or is it going to be to Arsenal? His preferred destination is Arsenal. Arsenal have got Champions League football. Arsenal are challenging for the title by the looks of it this season. Chelsea still in a sort of rebuild situation at the moment. Conference League football for Chelsea as well. Where is Ivan Toney going to end up? Is it going to come down for a choice for him between Arsenal or Chelsea? And are Arsenal going to push the boat out to try and get this signing done? It's going to be very, very interesting to see where he ends up. And very interesting just to see if Arsenal make a move to bring in a forward player before the end of this transfer window. I think that is definitely going to happen. But is that player going to be Ivan Toney? And is the reason why Chelsea have come in today with their late move because they know that Arsenal are pushing to try and get this signing done? And by the way, why has everybody left it so late? Is it because they're trying to drive the price down? Because remember, at the start of the transfer window, we were hearing quotes of up to 80 million, and it was 60 million. As I said, my understanding now is that, Brentford are looking for around about 50 million, which is the same amount of money as what the Saudis were looking to pay for Ivan Toney and that move that he was going to make last week. Arsenal, my understanding is, are willing to go to around about 40 million. Not sure what Chelsea are willing to go to. Not sure what Chelsea have available to spend because they've done a lot of spending this summer. But they have made a move. It's been reported by Sky. It's been reported by various outlets. And as of yet, we haven't heard if Arsenal are going to make a move. But I can tell you, Arsenal have been showing a big interest in trying to get this signing done. So, going to have to wait and see what happens. On other news as well, Mikel Merino, done. Dusted. Finally, I've been talking about it on Transfer Daily now, I swear, for about, seems like the past couple of months. But he was a number one target for Arsenal. And they've got two of their big targets in. The three big targets for Arsenal this summer were Nico Williams, which they've struggled to get done because, you know, it looks like he's going to be staying at Atletico. Ricardo Calafiori, which was a player that they were looking at before the Euros even started, as they were with Nico Williams. And they got that one done. And the other one was Mikel Merino, which they were looking at him before the Euros even started as well. And they've managed to get that one done. So two of their main targets done. Looks like they're going to struggle to get their third target. But one thing that Arsenal have done very well over the last couple of transfer windows is if they haven't been able to get their main target, their plan B, as they've always had a plan B, and their plan Bs have so far been not too bad. I mean, the Trossard one worked out brilliantly. So if it's not Ivan Toney, what is Arsenal's plan B going to be? That's going to be something of real interest. So it's hotting up on the transfer front. Really is hotting up, and it's going to be really interesting to see what Arsenal do in that striker stroke forward position before the end of the transfer window. But certainly, as I'm going to reiterate again, there is interest from Arsenal for, you know, Ivan Toney, but Chelsea have come in. Where is he going to end up? Let's wait and see. By the way, you can check out our video that we did welcoming Mikel Merino to the club. It's absolutely hilarious. It's another Cecil classic, so make sure you check it out. The welcome to Arsenal, Mikel Merino. There's a link in the description, and also I'm sure it'll be on the end card, but check that video out. It's really, really funny. But who are we going to be welcoming in next? Could it be Ivan Toney? Could it be Osimhen? Who knows? Let's wait and see how it happens. And we will keep you updated with everything right here on AFTV. Make sure you subscribe. Don't miss a notification. And if it happens, you're going to hear about it here first. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, tomorrow, Transfer Daily. Thank you. We've got a very special guest in the house. Josh Richardson, NBA player who plays for the Miami Heat. Who would you be in the Arsenal team?
Ben White.
So you got that little nasty streak to you.
I'm probably a better scorer than Ben White. Like, I like to shoot a lot of threes.
Yeah.
Theo Walcott. This guy is a burner. And I'm like, yo. I turned, I was like, bro, Theo Walcott is sitting right behind us. And they're like, who is that? And I'm like, nah, you don't get it.
Worst record in the NBA last season?
Maybe like Portland Trail Blazers.
Portland, so that's Tottenham, right?
That was a setup.